Okay, so I'm here at the Better Bean Float Center, and it kind of looks like an apartment building. I wouldn't have thought that this would be like a place, but I'm gonna go check it out.
Hi there.
Hey.
Welcome to Better Bean Float Center. Come on in.
Thanks. How's it going, man?
It's pretty good. You're welcome.
So is this is where I float, right?
This is the Float Center.
Cool. So how much for a float?
It's going to be $59 for 90 minutes.
Can I stay in any longer than that, or?
If you want to purchase 2 slots back to back, we can set that up and maybe figure out the details later.
All right, man, just sign me up. Can I get a couple shots of the tank?
Sure.
All right, cool. Let me see.
Matt will walk you through.
Hey, Matt.
Come on back.
Alright, so I just got done with my first float, and it was pretty interesting. It gets hyped up a lot, but I definitely think it's incredibly meditative, and everyone should try it at least once, just to get a good feeling of it. I'm definitely coming back for another float here in a couple weeks. But what do you guys think about the floating experience?
If it was free, I think everybody would do it.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely. I think it's a great tool for a lot of different reasons. There is a lot of hype behind it, and I think one of the reasons is because it's such a versatile thing, that the benefits range everything from mental to physical to personal. And if you are so inclined, even on a spiritual level, for meditation and different things like that, it's a really good environment to just get to know yourself and kind of reconnect your mind and body.
Yeah, and I was talking to you guys earlier about when I first came out of the tank, and I was like, it's definitely meditative, and you guys were like, yeah, it's even almost a forced meditating state kind of thing. It's definitely true.
Yeah, I've heard it called training wheels for meditation. I really like that.
I could see that. I felt like a monk floating in the tank.
Yeah, you have no choice. Like, you're just sitting there with yourself, and there's no stimulation from the outside, and you just kind of.
The sensory deprivation chamber has been the most important tool that I've ever used for developing my mind, for thinking, for evolving. The tank is filled with water. The water is heated to the same temperature as your body, and there's 800 pounds of salt in the water. So you just float there and relax, and because the water is the temperature of your body, you don't really feel it after a while. It's like layers of an onion. And when you first start doing the isolation tank, you can only get a couple layers of the onion in, a couple skins loose. You can't really go to the core. It's too hard. It's too hard to completely let go who you are. But as you get better at it, and as you get more and more comfortable with the experience, you get better at actually letting go, really letting go from letting go from the feeling of letting go from that point. Okay, I've let go. No, you haven't. Let go more. And then you become gone. You disappear. And while you're disappearing, this is what happens. You start thinking, I can't believe I'm disappearing. Then you're back again. You got to start from square one. You got to let go, and you got to let go, and you got to let go, and you got to get to the point where you literally completely relax. And your body, it gives you amazing energy. Your body, the tension release that you have in your body from a couple hours in the tank is incredible. You feel lighter. You feel like more oxygen is in your body. You feel like more vibrant. And it's just because you've somehow or another calmed the tension. It's
now I tried floating in completely pitch black darkness. Have you guys ever tried with music or the lights on or anything like that? Because here at Better Bean Float Center, you guys do have those options.
Yeah, absolutely. We tried to make it, well, we didn't design the tanks, but we chose the tanks specifically because they were so user-friendly. There's a lot of different options to kind of customize your own experience. If people are kind of trepid to try it, they can leave the lid open, the light on, they can even start off with some music, but generally what it seems to end up happening is almost everyone ends up with the lights and sound off and the lid closed. So I think that's the peak benefits. That's really where people are coming to be to relax and disconnect. And
definitely.
Me personally, that's definitely my favorite way to enjoy it. So.
I think that's probably one of the best ways to do it.
Yeah.
Just because you're not distracted by anything.
Yeah.
Now you're saying you like was it meditative music or something?
It's been recommended. I've never really done it. You hear music all the time. You have the option to hear music all the time. You don't really get a chance to have no sounds and no lights. So I think that makes it a unique experience, and bringing music into it is a good way for people to relax in the beginning. But I think what's special about it is the absence of all stimulus.
True, we do live in a really noisy world. There's always some type of computer fan or car horn or engine, something. There's always something.
Definitely.
And in there, it's just complete silence.
Yeah.
Which is very nice.
It is.
It's a unique feeling when it's so quiet that the only things you actually start hearing is your heartbeat, and your chest rising up and down as you breathe and different things. So I think that's one of the ways you get to connect with your body in a way that's almost impossible to do outside of the tank.
And the floating, that really caught me off guard because I've never floated before, so like being in all that salt water and not like having to hold my breath to float or anything like that. It was just like it just lifted me up off the ground, which was weird because it's like a new type of water for me, like it just like whoop, like I was floating, so that was really interesting to happen.
You have to like catch yourself and like trust the water, It's like you said, you just sit back and you pop to the surface. You kind of have to.
It was strange. Now, how much salt is actually in that water?
900 pounds of Epsom salt. And 10 inches of water.
900 pounds. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
very, very close to the maximum density before the salt would actually start crystallizing out of the water. So.
And do you guys get some strange looks when you go into like the hardware store and buy that much salt, or like?
We actually get it shipped in bulk from San Francisco Salt Company. There's a few manufacturers. So most people in the industry just go straight to the source.
That's probably the best idea.
We get it on a big pallet, about 2,500 pounds at a time. So.
Wow, that's a lot. So do you guys? What's your guys' like favorite thing about the float tank?
About the tank itself, or about running this?
Or just the experience.
Yeah, I would say being able to actually disconnect from all the stress and worry and everything in day-to-day life. I mean, you do have to get in there and kind of shut your brain down, but when you do that, it's really a completely restorative environment. And when your brain actually has a chance to kind of stop all these negative feedback loops and stop the stress that's constantly coming in, there's a real strong reset period that after coming out of, just hard to beat. There's really not much else like it.
I do feel incredibly relaxed after coming out of that, and I have a lot of back pain because of my job, and when I'm in there, there's no pressure on my back or anything like that, so I didn't feel any type of pain, which was very interesting.
That's fantastic.
It made me think of a Bill Hicks quote, where squeegee the third eye. That's how I feel when I come out of the tank. I feel like my third eye's been squeegeed.
Squeegee.
And kind of see the world in high def, like going outside and you just notice little details and things that don't normally stand out,
Right.
unless you're paying attention. But
True. Yeah, I definitely feel like things are. I mean, it sounds funny to say, but like brighter in a way. Like
Absolutely.
I feel like a little bit happier.
Yeah.
You know, just being so relaxed for so long. Now, I was in there for about 90 minutes,
yeah,
and it felt like maybe 20.
Yeah.
Maybe even like 15.
yeah, that's a really cool thing that happens. I like to ask couples when they come in, like their experience or their perception of time passing, and we get wildly different results. Some people feel like it's 20 minutes, some people felt like it was hours and it stretched on. It's really interesting to think about because there's no frame of reference where you can like keep track of time.
It is a strange experience, but definitely an awesome one. Well, is there anything you guys recommend for first-time float people like myself?
The only thing we let people know on the day before to avoid shaving a couple hours beforehand, because the salt water doesn't irritate your skin.
Yeah, and any cuts will almost ruin the experience on your body. It's extreme burn.
What about
the Vaseline packets to cover up there? And,
that was nice.
but avoiding caffeine and nicotine a couple hours beforehand will help you relax in the tank, help you kind of shut your mind off. And other than that, probably just keep in mind that it's not anything you have to do. You just kind of lie in there and be, which is a completely different experience than we're used to. People think most therapy is different things. You have to actually do something to activate it, and this is pretty much the polar opposite of that.
So just nothing.
Yeah,
Exactly. Very
you don't
zen.
have to do anything. Like the less you do, the better it'll work.
Yeah.
I found myself thinking a lot just about like how I interact with people, how strange society is, and things like that. Just like really meditating on my life and just life in general, which was interesting. You know, do you guys ever find yourselves meditating like that?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. It's really interesting how quickly the thoughts turn inward and they turn very personal, and it becomes an introspection of your life. That's a very commonly reported aspect of the experience.
Oh yeah. It seems to be deeper in a way. Like we could sit here right now and think about those things, but there's something about being in that environment where you have nowhere else to go with your thoughts. They kind of are forced inward.
I definitely experienced that. It's very interesting. Well, guys, I'm definitely going to be back again, and I thank you for you guys' time.
Absolutely.
And it was great to meet you. What's your name again?
Kenny.
Kenny
And Matt.
and Matt. All right, thank you so much, guys, for your time.
Absolutely.
And I'll definitely recommend this to everyone that comes my way.
Thanks. We appreciate that.
All right, see you guys later.
Have a good day.